Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 158. Guys, before we start the episode, remember, follow us on our social media platforms, like, subscribe, comment, and if you want to hear our long formatted videos, go tune in on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. But guys, let's jump straight into the episode. Barcelona have reached an agreement to sever ties with Samuel Umtiti. Samuel Umtiti is no longer a Barcelona player. The details have been made official today, and he's no longer a Barcelona player. So let's go into the details and everything. Agreement to sever ties with Samuel Umtiti. Frenchman spent last season on loan to Lecce of Serie A, where he played 25 games. As you can see, he had a contract binding him to the club until the end of the 2025-2026 season. He played 25 games for Lecce. He had an injury-free season, and he did rediscover his best levels. He formed one of the best partnerships in the 2018 season with Piqué. He formed an absolute amazing partnership, and he won 2 league titles and 3 cups. Now, what does this mean for Barcelona? Well, this means that now Samuel Umtiti is no longer on Barcelona's wage bill. Barcelona saved around like 20 million euros by releasing Samuel Umtiti. And one of the questions that you guys might be asking is why did we not sell Samuel Umtiti? Why did we just release him on a free? This is just because like Barcelona, we're looking for suitors for Samuel Umtiti before July the 1st, and they just wanted to wrap everything up just because it would have taken time for a deal for Samuel Umtiti, and they did not want him on the books at all. So they just like got rid of Samuel Umtiti. They terminated his contract, and there was like a clause in his contract stating how he could be let go on a free, basically. And now Samuel Umtiti, he can choose his club wherever he wants to go, and every single penny would be diverted to Samuel Umtiti. It would be all going to him or his agent. And we all wish the best for Samuel Umtiti. It's a shame it ended that way because before he got injured, he was absolutely world-class center back. And in that 2017-2018 season, and we thought that we had a center back for the next 10 years or something like that. And which is such a shame. He's basically sacrificed his career for that 2018 World Cup. And now he's dealing with the consequences and the ramifications of his decision to go to that World Cup without surgery on his knee. And after that, he had injury-plagued seasons, and he never really recovered his best form other than this season, but he's still nowhere near his best. And so we wish Samuel Umtiti all the very best. But guys, now moving on to the next piece of news, we're going to be talking about Alessandro Paredes. As here reported by PSG Hub and Dance, just in, Leandro Paredes headed to Galatasaray, price 3.8 million euros. And when we look at right here, Leandro Paredes has no agreement with Galatasaray. The Turkish club are talking with PSG, but there was no communication between the club and the player until now. The important is agreement with Paredes, not with PSG. Now, what does this mean? Well, this means that Paredes is in the market. He did not have a very successful loan season in Juventus. And for 3.8 million euros, I think that Barcelona should be going for a player of his quality. I know Paredes isn't a world beater or anything, but he's a player with valuable experience. He has played in Copa America. He's a World Cup winner. He was vital in Argentina's Copa America season in which they won in 2021. And on top of it, he has been very solid for PSG. And I think that he should be an option for Barcelona to consider, for example, because if we're going to be paying 10 million or a little bit like 5 or 7 for Ore Romeo, why not go for Leandro Paredes, someone who I think is much better than him, and who, yes, can have injuries. He is a little bit injury plagued, but I think take a chance with him. If it's only going to cost 3.8 million, I think that Barcelona should definitely go for him. But guys, I want to know your opinion. Would you guys want to go for Leandro Paredes or not? Are you guys convinced by him? Do you think that he'll be suitable for that CDM role or not? I think so. I think that for 3.8 million, he's a steal. But well, we're going to see what Barcelona do and where he ends up. But guys, the final piece of news that I wanted to discuss with on today's episode is Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres spoke on his future. He gave some quotes, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So, first quote: Ferran Torres not being called up by the Spanish national team. I take it as a motivation to show again the Ferran that I am and come back. And this is absolutely amazing. We want Ferran Torres to come to have mentally strong, and even though he isn't traversing through like the best moment and the best form, that he's staying mentally strong as well. And this was Ferran Torres on the Mbappe situation. Mbappe to Madrid. Real Madrid have to reinforce and sign players like the great club that they are. I don't know if they will sign Mbappe. We're also one of the best teams, and we will face it. And this is exactly what I love. I want to see a player who shows no fear in front of other teams. For example, if Real Madrid signed Mbappe, Haaland, Jude Bellingham, everyone under the sun, we are Barcelona, and we should be focusing on our football. If we focus on what we do best and we focus on ourselves, there's no team in the world that can beat us. And continuing with the interview, Ferran Torres, this season I'm doing very well emotionally and physically. I'm fighting for a spot. And lastly, the last quote, Ferran Torres, a message for Xavi. I want to continue at Barca. Last year I couldn't prove it, but this year I'm going full out to earn my place to fight. Now, what does this all mean? Well, this means that Ferran Torres is basically staying at the club. There is, we did mention on the last night, there's a possibility of Aston Villa signing Ferran Torres, but these quotes that emerge from Ferran Torres, it just puts that all to bed. Ferran Torres, he wants to stay in the squad, he wants to fight for a spot. He is very motivated to succeed at Barcelona. However, I don't know if this is going to be the best move for Barcelona, because we all know Barcelona's financial situation. Barcelona, they do want to recoup some funds. They do want to sell some players, and Ferran Torres is one of those players that they would like to sell. However, Ferran Torres does not want to leave, and just like the majority of the players in the squad, they do not want to leave. But it's reassurance that Ferran Torres wants to work hard and basically prove himself. And if next season, for example, he has a banger of a season, he scores 10 plus goals, 10 plus assists, I think that would be a very successful season. And who knows, we can possibly sell him. But I want to know your guys' opinions. Would you guys sell Ferran Torres? Would you guys want to give him a second or possibly third chance? And see him continue at the club. But guys, that was it for tonight's news roundup. What do you guys make of Barcelona terminating Umtiti's contract? He will no longer be a Barcelona player. And what do you guys make of Paredes as an option for our CDM position? We are continuing our search for a CDM. And lastly, what do you guys make of Ferran Torres continuing at the club? Would you guys like to see him continue at the club or not? But guys, as always, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And we'll see you guys.